With Casper at Life Skateboards. You are watching Life Skateboards be made. I apologize for ending the live there real quickly. If you were watching, the screen went up in the top corner. It was really dumb. But we'll keep it going here. All right, so we're gonna get to pressing again. Sorry we had to end the live there. I'm not even sure what happened. It looked like I dropped the phone and the screen was only here, which was dumb. That was really dumb. Oh, but we've just got one more board to glue up here and then we will be shaping in the next room. And if those young idiots find my live again, they'll just get banned. Cool? Cool. There we go. Thank you, Gardens. I'm really sorry about having to end that live so abruptly. And also, sorry for the very specifically addressed insults at the end there. The people that needed to hear it heard it. All right, we got a little bit more glue. Needing a little more glue here. What's a bummer is I thought I broke my mics on that one. Hey, thank you, Sky. That's awesome because I have no such thing as a schedule. So catching me live is pretty much just catching me live. What? So what's the tattoo? I got a lot of them. Ball and chain face tattoo. Somebody has horrible vision. Just for that, you're not going to get to see it. You have to see it when I put on the new respirator and I have to put my hair up. But if you're here, just pay attention to Life Skateboards being made. Ask any questions you have. Here at Life Skateboards, we make all of these boards in-house, and you can get them at lifeskateboard.com. Oh, it's a snake. We got a snake on one side, spider web on the other side. I just got to be a smartass every once in a while. At some point, I'm going to start ignoring when that is asked about, because I'm realizing people are just in here to derail things like that, but you probably weren't. You're just curious. Thank you, man. Eminem. Is that the comparison? Have you seen either of us, like as a, or are you just equating two white guys? We make all kinds. It's all skateboards, Life Skateboards. If you go to lifeskateboard.com, you're going to see hundreds of shapes on there. You guys, unfortunately, this is the second part of a very long live, so I had to cut the live short when the display messed up here. So we are nearing the end of pressing, and then we'll get in the next room for shaping. So these boards are all rolled by hand to ensure full glue coverage on every side of every ply inside of your board. Once they're glued up and the ends are taped up like this, they're put in the press, raised up, and they're under pressure for 24 hours. After that, they're cured for it in a stack of their own concave for 7 days, and then they'll be ready to cut out. Once they're cut out, Sam cuts out the shape by attaching a template to it and running that template along the bearing on the router in the next room, and then I shape the rest. We've got a stack of boards in the next room here to shape. Hey Bob, I'm going to remind you of something. This is my job, so when I'm doing things here, I'm going to do what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll be able to show you guys things to the side. Sometimes I'll be able to show you guys things in between steps. However, this is a job. This isn't just to show you guys this stuff. This is a job. All right, so here's our standard press. We've got 4 boards glued up and ready to go in there. And we're going to pay attention to alignment pretty tightly here. If the boards aren't aligned properly, they're not going to be pressed properly. All right. These plastic separators here keep the boards separate, but they also keep some of the glue off of the mold itself. Oh man, buddy, you guys are really, really weeding yourselves out today. What size board do you ride? I personally ride a pretty versatile board. It's 925 on the truck bed, 825 at the very center, 85 on its tail, 8 on its nose. It's the Casper signature. It's the one that I designed. All right, so now that we've got 2 in that bottom aligned real well, we're gonna slide this upper mold in. Make sure that's good and aligned. Just throw a separator in there. Throw these last 2 in, and then we will start raising this up. Now, you're gonna watch me raise these up by hand. Yes, they could be hooked up as pneumatic jacks. In fact, they were. We moved the shop from Muncie to New Palestine, Indiana, and we just haven't hooked up the compressor through here. So raising them up by hand is a little extra work, same results. Oh well. Oh. All right, let me make sure these are aligned here, and then we are good to go on raising up the press. All right, let's grab these sticks from the last one, and we'll get to going here. Dang, Brenda. I don't know you. But I am talking about the thing I'm actively doing, so if that's self-indulged, so sorry about that. Anyway, I have a strong feeling that's somebody that probably knows me personally and had some weird things to say to me and not the balls to say it in person. But yeah, it is what it is. A lot of the people that have problems with me don't have the balls to do anything in person. Do I make off-road skateboards? People have made our boards into off-road boards. I'm sorry, Brenda. I'm happily taken. Been taken for the last decade. If it's an ex, that's some serious bitterness right there to be still going after a decade, right? What's up, guys? Why do you have so much room? Because we can also put more, because I can put more in here. If you watch the other one get fit in there, it's pretty tight. But this is just what we are doing here. I can raise the jacks up a little bit more, but I didn't. That's why, because I didn't. Ever make longboards? Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this here, I will bring you over to the longboard press so you can check that out. Absolutely. Yeah, this is definitely not solid wood. This is 7 pieces of maple. You've got 5 vertical grains and 2 cross bands in there to give it strength in every direction, and then the concave gives it strength everywhere. Dang, Adam, just leave. What is wrong with you people that think you matter? Come to Denver and leave your skirt at home. I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Weirdos. Anyway, those of you that are interested in learning about Life Skateboards, here you are. Those of you that have no life and want to troll someone sharing theirs, move along. Thank you. Is it worth making boards? Absolutely. It's what I love to do. So you asked about the longboard press. Here it is. We're not using it today. We've got 2 molds here. Here's that center mold. The top is for drop downs, not drop throughs. We don't have that yet. And then the bottom right here is for our flatter ones. Ooh. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Eric. What do I think about polymer boards? I mean, they suck. It's a cheap version of a skateboard. And that's what it is. But it's a cheap version of a skateboard. If it's something that gets somebody into skateboarding, awesome, cool, great. And then get them a good skateboard. And you know where to get those? LifeSkateboard.com. Because then when you get one and you want to tell your friend to get a better board, you just run up to him and yell, "Get a Life!" And you're being helpful. You're not being mean. But I will warn you that if you go around yelling "Get a Life" at people, you're not going to get very positive responses. I know that one from experience. Some people will think it's funny. Some people won't. Alrighty. Just making sure the glue is wrapped up here. You go ahead and wrap it one more time. All right. That'll make me remember to throw that out on my way out. Alrighty. So let's go into the next room here. In each press, so with the molds themselves, we've got 4 in here. So 2 and 2, and that's mainly because of the work time on the glue. It takes a little bit too long and you don't want to get into the glue setting up. But if we're only using 1 of these, you can fit 3 in here. You don't want to put more than that because you start losing the concave on. Do we sell? Yes, we sell. You can go to lifeskateboard.com and get one of your own. Yep, Life Skateboard. Wow, that's rad. You guys are asking similar questions. Nope, we don't need carbon fiber because we make a really damn good all-wood construction skateboard. The industry has been cutting corners on their all-wood construction, so we don't. All right, so we're gonna get to shaping here. I have no clue. I know nothing about snowboard making. I'm a skateboard maker. Where do we ship from? We ship from Indiana. So the shop is in New Palestine, Indiana. Where can I get a Maddox? You never bought anything, buddy. Super strange to try to sow seeds of issues with this company that's been around for a very long time. Is the deck non-slip? No, you put grip tape on it for that. The website is lifeskateboard.com. You want a single tail board? So what we would do for that for you would be cutting the nose a little short. So let me show you some of these. Actually, I'm about to shape one right now. This will be easy. So here is the Hog from Life Skateboards. As you can see, there's not much of a nose on there. It still has a little bit of a kick, but that's something we can do where we just kind of cut the nose off for you. But once these boards are pressed, they're under pressure for 24 hours. Yes, made in the USA. Made right here in New Palestine, Indiana, 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. So once these boards are pressed, they're under pressure for 24 hours. So these guys are pressing right now. You guys just watch those go in. Then they sit in a stack of their own concave for 7 days. And once they're cured, which is what that 7-day time period is, Sam puts the truck holes in. This is what an uncut looks like when it's cured. He puts the truck holes in right here. attaches one of these templates to it with the hardware through the truck holes, and then runs that template right along this bearing right here and cuts out the shape. Once he cuts out the shape, this is what I get. Right here. So this edge is not at a 90 to the concave, and it needs to be at a 90 to the concave to be able to round it off, which is the first step. So I'm gonna go grab my respirator in just a second here, and then we're gonna get moving. We got a pretty good stack right here of boards to shape today. And I'm super grateful for Sam, who wrote the shape name on each of them for me, because I can't remember everything and I want to accurately tell you what the shapes are. So here's the steps that we're going to go through. Make sure you can see the whole room first. There we go. So this is the belt sander here. This brings the edge to a 90 with the concave. This is the edge router. This is going to round off the edge a little bit, but not clean it up. This is the drum. It's going to clean it up a little bit more. This is the Mac wheel, going to clean it up even further. And then over on the orbital sander, we're going to bring everything to a 150, clean up the edge, and clean up any excess glue. And then it's going to go over to the shipping and printing studio right up the driveway to have a graphic applied. You guys don't really see graphic application on these lives because we are in a metal box here. We only have Wi-Fi in this building. If I try to walk out of the building, and we tried, I just lose you guys. So I try to post shorts of graphic applications so you guys can see it. But there's your explanation. Don't rush me. We got our new respirator here. Thank you. One day it'll get wrapped around this, my throat and down my back. That one. That's the goal. Hardest part of this is opening my new respirator, apparently. Wait, why do I care what this... What am I doing? Open. See? We're good. Oh, rad. How much do I get paid? That's none of y'all business. I get paid well for my hours that I work. All right, so let's take this off, put my hair up, and then we'll get going. Why you put your hair up in a shop like this is so you don't die. Did I learn that from paying attention, or did I learn that from experience? I learned it from experience. That machine right there grabbed my hair and tried to kill me because I was being stupid. All right. Corey, you should check out our team. Check out the Life Skateboards team. Jake Danny is our newest addition to the team, and he is an absolute ripper. I will say, though, never mind. I'll leave that as is. This next step is my favorite to show you guys, my favorite to watch. H-wheeler, that's scary. I've done it. I've gotten it stuck in an orbital before. Yeah, Chad. You're back. Sorry. Adjusting the height on this tripod is apparently way more difficult than I thought it was. It's all right, clouded vision. These lives aren't stopping. So as you can see there, the edge is rounded now, but it's not clean, so we're going to clean it up here. I have to go grab the compressor. This has an air bladder in it. So we got to air that up a little bit here. So let me go turn on the compressor. I'll be right back. I found a Sam. You guys can't see me, but I found a Sam. And Sam found cookies. You guys are just listening to me in the other room getting excited about cookies. Thank you, Sam. What? I'll eat them right now. I'm gonna make everybody on the chat hungry. Can you wave at them with your hand? Can you wave at them? Because they wanted an explanation of when I said four hands and 18 fingers. There's a Sam. That's the owner and operator right there. There's them fingers we were talking about. Yeah, here's the 18 fingers that make Life Skateboards. 4 hands, 18 fingers. Sam brought me cookies. Does your boss bring you cookies? I went out there for the respirator hose and didn't get it. I mean the this thing. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. Wanted to have some give, but still be sturdy there. I was about to hook your... Yeah, if you want to get that. I'm having a problem. Thankfully Sam's here, because apparently I don't know how to coil up a compressor hose. And we're back. Southern Indiana, awesome. I hope that means you go to Killer Skate Park. That's a rad place. it up on the Mac wheel, and we will move on to the orbital where I can actually see what you guys are saying. All right, let me clear this off. All right. Let's bring you guys right over here and we will do the last step of sanding on the orbital. That is a big ass board. Let me measure it for you. This is, ooh, I made you guys hit the light up there. I'm sorry. Thank you, Blessed. Grateful to be taught by Mastermind Sam over there. Ooh. Dimming lights out there. All right, so this one is actually, you guessed 10. It's 11.75 and 11 on the back truck bed. What is the original style of skateboard? I don't know. Vision had the first double kick with the double vision. I don't know. It wasn't a popsicle, I can tell you that. All right, I'm just looking for my chair here. All right, so we're gonna finish this out with a 150. And now the reason you don't see me wearing a mask on this step is because we have a festival vacuum system hooked up right here. Jasper, Indiana, yeah, I'm sure. Driven through there before. Been in Indiana my whole life. Forever. The names confuse you. Okay, so basically, some of our shapes were named after the year that the era that they were from. We got like the 86, the 1990, the 1993, and then yeah, you're just going to be scrolling through a bunch of stuff. If you're looking for a shaped board, I would highly suggest starting on our twins. Whether that be the mid twin or big twin is up to you. Can I do a Casper flip? Honestly, really poorly. I'll admit that. It's been a while. Big difference here. Hospital flip is front foot. Casper flip is a half kick, flip back foot. It's been a minute. I need to really dial those in. But I've got bubble flips, which people really think are Casper flips all the time. Yeah, the twin is rad, and that's actually what Jake Daney is riding right now. As well as Luke Nation, who's not on the team, but he is a part of my crew for the channel. So like I said, this last step here is just removing any excess glue, cleaning up the rails, and bringing everything to a 150 all the way around. So we're gonna clean off the top and bottom ply, and then we will come back and make the edges look nice and pretty. Oh, thank you, Johnny. She got used to everything being dusty. That's for sure. No, she's very aware that my life is intertwined with skateboarding and inseparable. I'll be real, the day I met her, we went to a skate park and then we ended up going on a filming trip. So we set the tone pretty early for that one. I love her. She's actually an amazing filmer as well. A lot of my clips that aren't from the travel videos were filmed by her. Steven, I would highly suggest going through, so when you're 18, you didn't really have to think about training for your pop or things like that. Why am I spacing? Neen Williams has a really good pop training exercise with jump squats and kettlebells and all kinds of stuff. Just remember, your body's got to catch back up to where it was. But you can do it. You can definitely get back there. Good morning. Wreck-It Fred. I like that name anyway. So there's your shout out. Thank you, James. Thank you, James Barker. I already shouted you out, Wreck-It Fred, and now I've done it twice. All right, so now that all the excess glue is gone, top and bottom are clean, we're gonna clean up the edges, and this is why we use a easily replaceable orbital. So we're putting this strain on the orbital. You're not generally supposed to, but it's what we have to here. So I have a lot of people asking why we use this with a Festool vacuum. These need to be replaced eventually, but they go through hundreds of boards before they need that. Not saying DeWalt's bad, I'm just saying it's easier to replace. Thank you, Joshua. What's up, Mad Dabber? If you guys don't know Josiah has been a huge support since I've met him. He's been judging the contest that I throw with Shell out in Lawrence, Indiana. Not sure when that's going to happen again, though. You know it. I'll do this till the day I die. That's correct, Chad. See, I mean, I never... the parts of my life... There you go. The parts of my life where skateboarding wasn't a priority was when drugs and alcohol were a priority. So I was still skateboarding, but I still had a lot of building things up to do when I came back to it sober. Thank you. You'd love to learn how to skate. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. Pick up a skateboard, you'll never have to put it down, I promise. Just make sure you love it. The trolls are here and there. Unfortunately, I dropped my phone on that live, and I don't know if it was like that for you guys. Actually, Darth Vader, let me know. The entire screen was right here after I dropped my phone, which is why I started it over. It started doing green screens when I was trying to flip it out of wherever it was. So maybe it wasn't showing that for you guys and I could have continued the live, but the whole screen was in the top corner, so. I started hitting buttons. I don't know what any of the buttons on my screen do. I'm new to all this. Hell, half the the time the chat's teaching me what I'm doing on here. Neil Barron, I'm going to invite you to ask that question a little bit better. What are the shapes of those boards? These templates on the back, those are called shapes. See, we have hundreds here at Life Skateboards. We got popsicles all the way down there if you're boring. But these are for fun people. People that want to look down and have fun. What happens when you hit a small rock or stone while you're skateboarding? You fall. It's pretty frustrating. You fall. All right, back to the nose here, and we are about done with this one. Clean this rail up a little more. I think the Rodney Mullen shape would probably be closer to, I don't know. Go to lifeskateboard.com and tell me what you think it would be. How long does it take to learn how to skate? A lifetime, I promise. You never stop learning. That's the cool thing about skateboarding. How long does it take to learn how to just roll around on a skateboard? That depends on you and how willing you are to try. Yeah, I mean, rocks and stuff like that on the ground will definitely stop you. Sometimes it's controlled, sometimes you aren't expecting it, so it's not controlled. Ask P-Rod. Check every single time when P-Rod's about to skate a stairs, how meticulous he is about cleaning off the top step and the landing, and then wonder why. It's because something happened. All right, so there was a hog from Life Skateboards. Oh, thank you. What's worse, speed wobbles or pebbles? I think pebbles, because you can stop a speed wobble. You just gotta lower your center of gravity. I mean, if you start speed wobbling, you're riding this way and you start speed wobbling, turn your front foot, turn your back foot, tuck your knee inside your knee, and you're gonna stop speed wobbling. But with the pebble, you can't really stop it once it happens. It just happens. Yeah, Mitch Owens says if you get big jelly wheels, little rocks aren't a problem. That's true, as well as shark wheels. I don't ride them. There's some insane people on their team, but shark wheels will roll through literally anything. It's crazy. Can I show the concave on that board? Yes, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. So this one's actually easier to see because it doesn't have much of a nose. I think I should use this to show you guys the concave all the time. You got your wheel flares there and your kicks. There you go. And now you've seen the concave of our board. Was that did I give myself a brow? I did. That would be cool. Make me a hat like that. What's my favorite shoe brand? I skate the Vans Crockett's. Oh, what's the best way to learn how to kickflip? Trying. There is one little exercise you can do to figure out your flick and build up strength for your flick. Obviously don't do it on something that's gonna move, but I do it whenever I'm trying to work on something switch because it's so uncomfortable for me. But foot up like this, and then jump up while flicking that out. Don't jump off this leg, jump off of this leg, and you'll start building up the strength for your flick. There you go, weird little exercise that works. I'm gonna get back to shaping here, guys. In fact, we might end up taking a little break from the live. It's 3:15. I should have ate lunch a long time ago. Is your shop stationary? Yeah. We're not on wheels. Now, while people do learn how to kickflip and do things on grass, I always suggest to learn it moving. It's just gonna translate better. It is a little harder, but it's gonna translate better. And if you're curious on why the lights are dimming, Sam and I are not usually on opposite sides of the wall using heavy equipment. Hey, thank you, Lord Darth Vader. Yeah, there's some people that like the fat toe and then the bit more surface area helps quite a bit. What do I think about Eric Winkowski's shape? What do I think about Eric Winkowski's shape? I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't. I used to like the Edney's Jocelyn's, but I broke my leg a few years ago. I've got hardware right here, and it really sucks when a board hits right there, so I have to have high tops now. Back wheel here. And then I think after we shape this one, I'm gonna go away for a little bit, go eat some lunch, a real late lunch, and come back. So we're gonna clean this guy up on the orbital. I'm gonna talk to you about it a little bit, and then I'm gonna go eat some lunch. So thank you guys for sticking around. What's up? Wire brush. It should be right here. What the heck? Apparently the wire brush isn't right here. Thought the wire brush was right here. Oh well. Not leaving just yet. We're gonna finish this up here. Used to wear Vans rallies. Ose. I'll have to try that out. Make some guitars? No, I'm just gonna keep making what people are ordering, which is skateboards. I also don't play guitar, so I skate, so I'll make you skateboards, but I'm not gonna make you a thing that I don't do. Leave that up to the guys that do it, you know what I mean? Damn, you suck at woodworking then. So I'm a skateboard maker. This is my job. If you want to move along, buddy, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that you can't cause problems in my channel anymore. Can you kickflip? Sure can. They can go somewhere else, or they can watch really closely. It's so weird to hop into somewhere where somebody's making something and then get mad because they're not doing something else that you want them to do. Thank you guys that enjoy watching this. What a sad life that must be. I keep forgetting I have a mic on and I can just talk to you guys like this. We bring everything up to a 150. Go any finer than that, and the lino blocks want to slide around while we're applying the graphic. But a 150 all the way around, clean off any excess glue, clean up the rails, and it's good. Thank you, Justin. That makes me feel good. It makes me understand the people that randomly pop in here just spewing nonsense. I get it. They're scrolling through garbage nonstop, and then they come across something where they're like, oh, this might be a real person. Time to spew garbage. But it's okay. They're weeding themselves out. There you go. Yeah, there you go. In a second here, I'll show you the board pre-graphic. This shape is our 1990. We liked it so much, we even made a youth version of it. So there is a smaller 1990 available on the website, and that website is lifeskateboard.com. No, we are out of Indiana. I know you're recognizing this and thinking, oh, Ohio. No, just Sam and Shelby were really good people. Hang out with Jim, TriStar Jim quite a bit. But this is in Indiana. I don't know why I had such a issue pronouncing the state I grew up in and lived in my whole life. We're in Indiana, 20 minutes east of Indianapolis, just down 70 in New Palestine. But I come to Ohio a lot. Is that why people are upset? I think it is. You know what? I'm realizing that. That's a fair point right there. Almost, even in like general real life dealings and not just the internet here, people have problems with work really shitty jobs. Maybe I should just pass on pity to them. Thank you, guys. See, you were scrolling and you spewed out compliments, and I love that. Thank you. Not just anything. These are made with maple, specifically Great Lakes or Canadian maple. The reason for that is maple is a very strong yet malleable wood. So the 7 plies that are in here that we press together to get this concave can get that curve in it without splitting. And then the reason you want Great Lakes or Canadian is because you want something with slow growth and long winters. Slow growth and long winters means less porous wood and a stronger wood. There you go. Wait, there's more Hoosiers in here? Where did I miss Nick? You're in South Bend? I've skated your park before, it's pretty fun. Actually, is your park the one with the 4-way pyramid and the top of it's cut off? So it's like, really small top of it. Please tell me. Because if so, I've been to your park. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm misunderstanding what you're asking there. I've actually never been to Nebraska. Maybe I need to take the crew on a trip. Oh, thank you for asking. You can buy these boards at lifeskateboard.com. You're gonna find a ton of options, a ton of different shapes. You can customize your wheelbase and all kinds of stuff. And you'll likely see it get shaped here live. The cool thing about it too is there's only 2 of us here, so you get to know exactly who to come to if there's a problem. Those boards are made from hemp. No, they're not. Not at all. If you scroll back, you can actually see me pressing the maple. Silly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did say that. So I guess I'm misunderstanding your original question. It looks like Ace Pelka's shape. They rip you off too? Like, I don't know. I mean, this is the 1990. So closer to like I'd say it's pretty similar to the king size, a very old school shape. We do have a king size as well, but this is just based off of an era. My boss has been skateboarding for a very long time. A lot of these things are what he grew up with. Well, they should be hemp. No. They shouldn't. So if you want to ask questions about what the person you're watching is doing, you're more than welcome to, but I'll correct you if you want me to. So maple is the greatest choice for wood. For skateboards, it's a malleable yet strong material, and it's what's tried and true to be correct. So I maybe for some things, buddy, but for skateboards, this is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and kick you out of here since you're annoying. Thank you. Breaking news. Man who's never made a skateboard before argues with a board maker about what he should be using. How long does it take to make one? Now that's a good question. So the gluing process doesn't take too long, maybe 30 minutes tops. But then the waiting is where the time comes in. So you've got 24 hours under pressure in the press, and then 7 days to cure. It takes about 30 minutes tops to get through shaping it. Sometimes more, definitely more while I'm talking to you guys. And then graphic application really depends on the graphic. It could be real quick. It could be waiting on one layer to dry to apply another layer. And then you're just waiting on the clear coat to dry, and then it's on its way to you. You can buy one at lifeskateboard.com. Again, that is lifeskateboard.com. You like the 9th board from, and remember, please remember, this screen is flipped. So you said from, we do graphics as well, and I'll explain that in a minute. Oh, it's all good. The name of the company is Life Skateboards. That's lifeskateboard.com. You said left or right? Which one? That one? I don't know. Check it out, lifeskateboard.com. Thank you. Somebody that knows me hopped in here. 540 boneless king. Thank you. That's my favorite trick. I'm starting to do them moving forward, and I'm pretty stoked on that one. Oh, there you are, Dark. What's up? All right, I think this guy's just about done. I'm gonna be real honest, I lost track of where it was on it, so. There we go. So something you'll notice me do on all these steps is overlapping each step. You're always going to overlap steps of sanding. Another example of that is on the edge router. Pickle 540 is easier, and I don't know why. Maybe it's easier after I learned them, but I don't know. I can whip a 540 and come out pumping with speed. With a 360, I really got to think about it. I'll try to remember every time. The red one in the ceiling. That one? Are you talking about that? That's not one of ours. That's a pretty cool one though. How many boards do you think I've made? I have no clue. Literally no idea. This is something from my collection that I sold to my boss that's still sitting here. This is not something we made. This is an original Volterra, the one that Madrid just reprinted. This is an original. Missing its nose and tail guard. This was a Goodwill find. Is that what you were asking about? Where can you see my clips? I have got shorts posted on here. I have not been as active on Instagram as I used to be because I want to focus on you guys because I really like this community here. But if you go to Stranger Casper, you can, I think it was like 6 or 7 years that I posted every single day. There was even a year where I was coming back from a broken leg, so I posted a different trick every day for 365 days. Sorry, yep, my bad. I got you. Oh, the one above where we were working. And then I'm gonna go ahead and leave the live here so I can go eat some lunch and come back. Thank you, Christopher, that feels good. If you're talking about this one here is actually one of the Casper 2.0s. That was, oh, actually no, that's a 1.0. So that was the first design that I ever made on a board. If you notice, the nose right there is super, super narrow, which was why we had to change it, because it created a weak point right there. So I beefed it up, and then let's see if I've got a. So yeah, these right here, all of these are Casper 1.0s. The Casper 2.0 template is right in here, and I can show you guys that. Thank you. So that was a kind of edge dipped effect on that one. So here is the template for the Casper 2.0. This is when we had to beef it up on the nose just to make it so it didn't have that weak point. And then I recently designed my new shape that I am absolutely loving and is available at lifeskateboard.com. Here's one that I need to shape for myself later on. But that would be this guy. So beefed up the nose quite a bit for more surface area on my crooked grinds, kept my curves for the ergonomic grabs, and kept these little pockets right here to hang my heel off and do combo tricks on coping. But that's the shape that I ride. And thank you. The 3.0 is my favorite. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and clock out for a bit, eat some lunch at 3:30, because that seems about right. And then we'll get to this stack right there when I get back here. So if you guys want to catch me later, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, double tap the screen on your way out of here so we can be happy with how this all went down, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm really, really hungry, and I think it's affecting my brain. But in the meantime, go to my channel, check out the Lagoon to the Moon 3 video, check out all the other stuff on the channel, and yeah, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, hold on. Lackey asked a question. Has there ever been a supernatural experience in here? And if Sam's in here, don't interrupt me, because this happened. When I was up in Muncie, I used to smoke cigarettes. I have to step out of the shop to go smoke. And there was we had a big vacuum system hooked up in the corner where you had to like twist a clamp to close it. And I walked outside and I started smoking, and then all of a sudden that thing just started going off by itself. And I was 100% sure that, who knows? I've had a lot of weird experiences I can't explain, but maybe I wasn't meant to explain it. Maybe I wasn't meant to understand. Who knows? Catch me next time. See you guys.